Florida Atlantic man Greg Joseph ready to get this one started. And off we go from Nashville. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed right in his lap.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
2 1st downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
1st down.
Tyreek Hill certainly makes the front office look good when they spend a 5th-round pick on a guy. Then in his first 4 seasons, 4 Pro Bowl nominations. Anytime he touches the football, he's a threat to take it the distance. Hard to get on the ground one-on-one in the open field. If you miss, in the blink of an eye, he's putting 6 on the board.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard. 2nd and 11. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive if your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This will be caught just inside the 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
First and goal from the 3. They'll run it with Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. For the Titans and Chiefs, we think back to their encounter in the postseason last year, the AFC Championship game to be exact. And the Titans were riding high, coming off road wins in Foxborough and in Baltimore. And they led at one point 17-7, but as the Chiefs did 3 times in those playoffs, they rallied back from a double-digit deficit, ultimately winning 35-24 and punching their ticket to Miami. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Damian Wilson.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, D, get off the field. Mike 5-4,
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He'll look downfield for Humphreys. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
By the Chiefs. They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Six nothing our score after 1.
With the score, Chiefs 6, Titans nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 10 more for him on that one. He's been a busy man. It's a first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
This defense is really thrown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Williams will try again. And this Tennessee defense for the 2nd straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down. Only a gain of 2 there. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as Raymond will elect not to bring it out.
25-yard line.
Time again to see what Ryan Tannehill and the Titans can do. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 15. Derrick Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And last year's All-Pro punter Brett Kern on to punt for Tennessee. Mecole Hardman, Pro Bowler last year as a rookie, is deep for KC. Here's Hardman to return. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
First down.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running...
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. shotgun snap to Mahomes. A quick slant to Hill.
Mahomes pass.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
A gain of 6.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 42. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On first down, Mahomes. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
It's 2nd down.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Demarcus Robinson, the intended target on that one.
And that'll make it 3rd down.
Harrison Butker on for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And that will bump up the lead again to 12-0.
Chiefs 12. Titans nothing.
So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And the Titans are going to recover the football.
Onside kick is recovered by...
So we come upon half. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go.
The score, Chiefs 12, Titans nothing.
The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports.
Now this will make it into the end zone.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill.
Quick slant to Brown.
Tannehill.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And that will be incomplete. It was Tyrann Mathieu, the Honey Badger, there to knock it away.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They keep it with Henry on first down. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
Thornhill on the tackle. It's a pickup of 6.
Bring 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier. He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46.
That's good for a 10.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
Gain of 2.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, 34 yards. And the Titans have made this a one-score game. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. When they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone.
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2.
Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down.
Well, Charles, in 2020 so far, it's been a great year for scoring. That's been documented. It's also been a great year for comebacks. So you may have heard this nugget thrown out there, but we've seen a team come back from at least 16 points down to win in every week of the season so far. Now, the Falcons aided that a couple of weeks, but we saw another one in Week 6. The Colts coming from down 21 to beat the Bengals.
Yeah, you know, I've heard that nugget so much in recent times. It's gaining steam on George Kittle actually likes pro wrestling. So when you put it all together, we're hearing it all the time. And how about Phillip Rivers leading that comeback where people wanted to bury him there? 19 times this year. The teams come from 10 or more down to win. Scoring way up in the NFL right now. Driving defense is crazy.
First down, Chiefs.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Partner, it's often that man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with him, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. He's at the 50. 30. 20. 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Touchdown, Titans.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
The two-point conversion is no good.
And in the third quarter here, they were trying to push that to a three-point game, but instead it'll stay at one.
And I'm a big proponent of not chasing points or going for two too early. But in this case, I understand why. You know, if you kick an extra point, you're just up two, right? So a field goal still puts the other team ahead. So you go for two here and protect the field goal lead. They didn't get it done, though.
On the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now in Nashville. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Throwing again on second down. Mahomes.
He'll drop this down to Williams.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Mahomes now on first down. Looking for Kelsey on the deep ball. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit him over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Travis Kelsey, the all-pro tight end, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
Yeah, once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it'll be Titan football. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Derrick Henry, the ball carrier.
Brandon, you know how many times we've done games, and at the start of the fourth quarter, we see both teams hold up the 4 fingers, fourth quarter is ours. Well, how about this drive? You saw the 4 fingers for 4-minute offense, and this offensive line has really hunkered down and established themselves.
Now, this is where they say, put the game on our shoulders, we'll lead the way, right?
No doubt about it, and let me tell you, if you're a running back, all you want to do is get behind those big fellas, have a little vision, and find some space.
And a solid way to do that on the first play of the drive there. So the delay of game penalty backs him up. It's now 2nd and 7. Again, it's Henry. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket, I think defensively you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
6 at the 33-yard line.
They'll try and choose some clock with Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And a busy night for Henry continues. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
He was brought down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
No gain.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the V-feeders on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Patrick Mahomes in the offense. Down by 1. A little under a minute to go. Needing at least 40 yards, you'd have to think, to have a shot. Back to throw. Mahomes. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete.
23 yards, the final tally. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down. He's back to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's going to let it fly. This is caught. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Touchdown.
Demarcus Robinson with time running out. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. They'll look to run for him with Williams. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it?
And he's all the way in for the touchdown. No flags. And in a stages of this game. They're an extra point away from tying us up.
Obviously, the excitement level here is almost at fever pitch. Down one is tempted to go for two. I say you go ahead and kick the extra point. You got the home crowd. Carry it into overtime.
I'm with you. I do see some fans, though, holding up 2 fingers. Easy now.
Yeah, but they're not the ones who have to actually make that call, are they?
Greg Joseph set to kick off.
Fitting for what's been a tight ball game. We're all even at 20 now as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now they go screen. It's complete. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Set to kick off.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 20.
And now here comes Kansas City. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team, and that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
He's taken down at the 30.
Now, that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes, so when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be a 3rd and about 13. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. but they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
That part one is done, now part two.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Took left. Mike 54. Check. Go.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
At the 20-yard line.
So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. But we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.